Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Morning.
I
Good
welcome you
morning.
all to the 239th meeting of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. And with that, mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide positive and learning environment in which members are empowered to grow their communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and their personal growth. And why every time we recite this mission statement? Because mission statement is the pillar that keeps guiding us why we have gathered here today. So, to run a smooth meeting, we have some rules and guidelines in place. Rule number one, please keep your phone on silent mode. If you haven't done that, you have 5 seconds. Please keep your please keep yourself on mute mode if you're not speaking. It might disturb the speaker or whoever is the host. Rule number three, please refrain yourself to talk about politics, sex, and religion in derogatory manner. We are open to a healthy discussion. Now, to take the meeting forward, please help me welcome the presiding officer for the today's meeting, Toastmaster Shona.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ved. A very good morning to all the Toastmasters and the guests if we have it here today.
Good
The
morning.
overall pers- purpose of Toastmasters is to provide a collaborative environment where people can develop their communication skills, their leadership skills. And following that theme, our club invites the speakers and the guests where they can come and proven provide their communication skills to be a better orator and continue to grow and share their wisdom with all of us. With that, let me provide the theme for today's meeting, which is on spirituality. And with that, I would like to invite our very versatile Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anshuman. Before that, I just wanted to know, do we have any guests here in today's meeting?
Yes, we have a guest.
Uh,
Toastmaster to be Harshit.
Hi, Toastmaster. Hello, uh, to be Toastmaster Harshit. Would you like to come and give a small introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, hi guys, myself Harshit, and I am from Kolkata. So, currently I am relocated to Gurgaon because of job purpose. I have been in the working industry for the past 3 years now, and I like to explore new places and so if someone is interested to like go to some new place, let me know and we can surely hang out. And yeah, looking forward to like getting to know you guys better and
Thank you.
get
Yeah,
learning. Yeah.
glad to have you here, Harshit, and thank you so much. We'll surely connect with you. I think you will be our next trip advisor.
Yeah. Thank you.
So thank you so much. With that, I'll hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Anshuman. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Shaunak, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to another bright beginning morning with Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club. And as the tradition at Bright Beginning Toastmaster lies or not, Toastmaster Shaunak gave me the meeting theme right before the meeting to challenge me that Toastmaster Anshuman, I had already given the theme as spirituality. Do you want to do the theme as spirituality today morning? So I thought, am I feeling spiritual today? The answer was neutral, but I thought, yes, why not get into spirituality? Because spirituality is a topic all of us have to battle right since the childhood days. As we grow up, usually we are introduced to the theme of spirituality through religion, whatever religion we follow, and the God we follow. But at Toastmaster, we won't be getting into the depth of politics, sex, and religion. So that'll be out of scope. But just giving a broader theme that in general, when we grow up, when we first become conscious, we usually pray to a god introduced by our parents. And that is how we are usually introduced to the concept of praying and the realm of spirituality. But if I have to specifically talk about spirituality, as we may understand, the word is derived from the core of spirit. That does a spirit exist within us, outside us? Is there a bigger spirit which we have to pray to gain that deeper understanding and meaning in life? That why do we even exist on earth? What is the purpose of life? What should we do as human beings to be the best members of our community, be it Toastmasters, be it at work, be it as a family member, be it a part of our society, be it part of Delhi, where the election results are a hot topic, be it part of Indian democracy. So, how we as individuals, how is we as, if souls exist, how we as individual souls can be the most meaningful contributors with the right spiritual spirit. And that is what we'll be exploring as a theme today, that what can be the ideal, if there is an ideal way to pursue spirituality. Because again, spiritual meaning of spirituality might be quite individual to all of us. But what is the most healthiest, most active or most passive spiritual belief that we can develop in life to be the most productive to our community, to our society, to our family, or as individuals, for us to be really strong? For me, initially, I did not believe in the concept of God or um, the concept of prayer till my late work days, where I felt there's something out there in the universe which I might be believing in, that there might be something, say, called law of attraction, where if I send good energy, good vibes, with good thoughts, things may manifest. And there's something within me which will help me control my outcomes, control my destiny. So that is how I lived most of my life till late work days. But somehow around the period of 2019, it all switched when I discovered a path of spirituality in the realms of Buddhism, where chanting took a deep meaning for me. Again, won't get in depth of it because Toastmasters is not about that. But for me, the meaning of spirituality started to be now associated with doing a form of meditation or chant, which purifies or uh, like purifies energy, brings good energy, and leads to manifestation of good things happening. And somehow, for me, again, it's quite subjective, things started shaping up as I started to desire. And now, for almost 5 years, I've been practicing that kind of spirituality, where I do believe that if I do some kind of meditative practices or chanting, it can lead to outcomes which might be beyond my mind scope. It might be beyond what my normal self might think of. Again, this it's not scientific, so I can't comment that there's a formula to it, there's a meaning to it. But I started to believe that um, like if I have to deliver an outcome, the probability of that outcome will increase if I do this activity. So this activity started to be associated with an outcome, and it started to bring more meaning to my life, made me more strong, made me more healthier, and made me more confident that if I have to shape up my reality, I can do certain activities which can help me shape my up my reality better. So we'll talk more about it. I'd love to know what your spiritual beliefs are, how you pursue this topic. But before that, I'd like to introduce the structure of meetings. So a typical Toastmaster meeting consists of three primary sections. First is the prepared speech section, where we have two stellar speakers today, the potential ISC participants who are going to deliver their speeches today in front of the club today. So the objectives of the speech are given beforehand to the speakers. Next, all of us are going to practice spontaneous speaking. So, all of us are going to be given a topic, are going to be given 2 minutes to speak on the topic. Last but not the least, we'll get evaluation from our evaluation team at the end of the meeting. For that, I'd like to invite on the stage Toastmaster Vineet to introduce the general evaluation section. Over to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. So, hi everyone. My name is Vineet Madan, and I'll be general evaluator for the day. I'll be evaluating the overall meeting, not just overall meeting, but also the certain role player also. With that, I would like to introduce the tag team, which is Timer, our counter, and Grammarian. Our timer is Toastmaster Anshuman, or Toastmaster Aryan. Toastmaster Aryan, can we have you on the floor? Would you like to introduce about the role?
It's
Yes.
going to be me, right? Or Toastmaster, is it you who's the time?
Oh,
Actually,
Anshuman.
I'm doing
Sorry.
Okay,
Toastmaster Anshuman. Yes, sorry.
all right. So timing at Toastmaster is simple. For prepared speech, you have 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be timing you at green card for 5 minutes, yellow card is 6 minutes, 7 you get to see the red card where then you have 30 seconds to stop the speech. That's a buffer time. Similarly, for spontaneous speaking, you have 2 minutes to speak. So 1 minute you get a green card, 2 minutes you 1.5 minutes you get a yellow card, 2 minutes red card with 30-second buffer time. Evaluation, similarly, you get 3 minutes with 2 minutes green card, 2.5 minutes yellow card, and 3 minutes red card to stop your evaluation. I look forward to a timely meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman, for briefly explaining about the role. And now we have our next role player, our counter, Toastmaster Harsh. I believe you are wearing hat of two roles today. You will be the our counter and the grammarian as well. Could you please help the team understand the role here? Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. So I'll be the R counter and grammarian for today. I'll be uh, noting down any grammatical mistakes or error and count filler words like words that are repeated many times in the speech, uh, both in the speech and in the impromptu section. And I'll present my report after at the end of these meeting. So yeah, back to you, Toastmaster Vinny.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. So yeah, let's sit back, relax, and have some fun. Time for prepared speeches are here now. We'll come back with our evaluation and the evaluation section. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Anshu.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Vineet. I feel I'm amongst Toastmasters who have been part of Toastmasters for a decade. The kind of proficiency all of us have, it amazes me how beautiful the community platform is, that it inspires us to be more polished, be more particular and precise. So, with that inspiring note, I'd like to start the prepared speeches section where we have the potential IEC participant speaker number one, who's Toastmaster Aryan. But before I invite him on the stage, I'd like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Ved, to share the speech objectives for Toastmaster Aryan. Over to you, Toastmaster Ved.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, Toastmaster Aryan will be delivering level 1 project 4, and the path is engaging humor. And the speech objectives of this project is to practice applying feedback and solve uh, present a speech and receive a feedback from the evaluator. And notes for me is the member will deliver a well-organized speech on any topic, and I will be focusing on the member's speaking style, and so I will have to recommend improvements that the member can apply to the next speech. Speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses, and I will give a feedback in the evaluation section. All the best to the speaker. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ved. Toastmaster Aryan, do you want to do a quick audio video check?
Yes. Bright Beginning is a great club.
Amazing. That's quite true. So, all right. So, Toastmaster Aryan, Hidden dreams. Hidden dreams, Toastmaster Aryan.
Many years back actually, somebody told me a very good lesson. A great mentor of mine, an uncle and a very successful person, told me that we all have a true code, something that we must achieve, that we really want to achieve, but we don't know what it is. We are lost in the dreams that are given to us by everybody else. We want to be a doctor, a lawyer, a physician, but we don't first see that more than anything, we are ourselves. There's many doctors out there, many lawyers out there, but there's only one of you. And your dream is more unique than the dream to become just a career, just a doctor or lawyer. So when you find that dream, Aryan, you'll be hit by a train. You won't know what happened to you, and you'll be completely haywire. For many months, you won't be able to figure yourself out. But once you do, it'll be incredible. But now that dream is hidden. But wait until you find it. And to this day, I remember when that dream first hit me. It really was very crazy. I remember in 10th grade that all of my classmates, my friends were planning who they wanted to be. They were planning to be just the same doctors, pilots, MBAs, PhDs, while I was planning something so much crazier. I wanted to be a high school dropout. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. I saw Steve Jobs, I saw Mark Zuckerberg, and I felt, huh, it's not that crazy. If you drop out, you really can be a successful business person and a billionaire. Yeah, in hindsight, we all see how stupid that was. But at the time, being a 10th grader and being a confused teenager, it really did make some sense. It took many months of fights and scolding and war at home before I ever got the lesson, before I ever understood, okay, this is not gonna happen. And so just to convince everybody, just to have some hope that, maybe this will happen, I went ahead and I began a secret business. I didn't tell anybody about it. I decided that as soon as it succeeds, everybody can learn about it, and then maybe I can leave. I worked on it for many months, kept going, but nothing happened. So one day, disappointed, I went to my school teacher, my favorite teacher. I told her, this is what is going on. I sort of want to leave, but I can't prove myself yet. I have to make this succeed first. But how do I get to succeed? How does this happen? And she said exactly what I had been most afraid of. Aryan, this is a horrible idea, a very stupid idea. Stop it. Just stay in school, pass with average grades. You can do it. It's just a few years. Just finish your 12th grade, finish your college, do whatever you want after that. And just because her opinion was very important to me, at this point I was very disappointed. So just out of being lost, I gave up on the business. Just a few months later, school also came to an end. And even though I had given up on my dream hadn't given up on me. So as college began, I realized once again, okay, I'm not learning anything here. I should be doing something better. Once again, my dream came back to me. And this time, I wanted to do something different. Once again, I went to my wise uncle and I asked him, okay, what do I do now? I don't know what to do. And he said, okay, think about what is something crazy that you must do, that you're afraid to do, and then do it. Just through the hardship you'll experience there, you'll learn incredible things and you'll find a better path for yourself. And so I thought and I remembered a childhood dream of mine. I had always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I had been afraid of what everybody else would say. So this time I began it, even though I didn't tell anybody. My best friend, my family, my friends, nobody knew about it for months. And I kept going even though there was no result. After 9, 10 months, I woke up one morning and I looked up how many views did I get this video? And I had gotten 2,600 views. After a year of creating content with maybe 1,000 views in total, after 60 videos, I got one video that got 2,600 views. There is an online person named Jordan Peterson. Does anybody here know him? If so, please raise your hand. So he was my online mentor, and I was very inspired what he had to say. So I made a video on what he has to say on his lectures. He really was the one person I wanted to meet, who, if I could meet anybody dead or alive. That evening, I got a comment on that same video, and the comment was, "Jordan Peterson just tweeted this. Good work." My heart stopped. I looked up Twitter, I went to Jordan Peterson, I scrolled down, and it said, "Good work, Arun." To this day, that is the background on my phone. And I was so surprised. I sent that image to my best friend. He came running to me. We were like, "What? He tweeted you. He tweeted you. What? He tweeted you, bro." I was so surprised. To this day, we're so surprised when you think about it. And when I went back to my uncle, I told him, "This is what has happened. I got tweeted by Jordan Peterson." And he said, "That is what happens when you follow your dream, Arun. When you find your core, what you really wanted to do. Now go ahead and keep doing this. Keep doing even better." And for now, unfortunately, this speech is incomplete because the outcome of this life experiment of trying to do what the core says is yet to be had. But today I want to leave you with one core message. You have a core. We all have a core. Something we must do. The best person you can possibly be. And that is what I want you to do. Your core, your destiny is awaiting you. So break away from your fear and do it. Go for a hidden dream. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
What a conviction. Beautiful speech.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Aren. Definitely quite an inspiring speech. Sharing with us that we should all follow our dreams, and if we follow our dreams, magic happens. And quite inspiring. Request us to take 1 minute to share feedback with Toastmaster Aren in his private chat. In the interim, Toastmaster Shaunak, just confirming your speech is researching and presenting speech, right?
Yep.
Sure. So Toastmaster Bob, please note it's researching and presenting speech.
Just a clarification. When you say researching and presenting a speech, what does that really mean?
The objective of the speech is researching and present.
No.
What
The
does
object of the speech is the effect of social media on in the life of the people.
That is the title of the speech.
uh, so Toastmaster Shaunak, do you have the evaluation sheet handy with you? If possible, can you forward it
Yeah, one moment.
in WhatsApp to me?
I think Toastmaster Shaunak is giving his level 1 project 4.
Which is
So which is
researching.
no. Level 1 project 4 is basically give a speech on any topic of your choice, and based on the evaluation, you have to give a second speech.
Okay, I thought that's 3. The project 4, I presume.
No, 3 is body language, 1 is vocal variety, 2 is vocal variety, first is icebreaker.
Okay.
Icebreaker, vocal variety, body language, then give a speech of any of your choice, and then have to give a second speech based on the evaluation.
Sure. We'll. I think we'll move forward. Toastmaster Shaunak, if it's okay with you with that presumption.
Yeah, perfect. I've
Oh,
already shared the evaluation sheet with you.
you have. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
just quickly confirm.
I can just forward that to me as well.
I use the one that was shared by you, Toastmaster Bob. Let me share that.
So this is
It
your
was
first
my
speech or second speech in level 4?
it is my rather I would say it would be the third speech.
So you have not received our feedback yet. So I will be giving you feedback and then you'll be doing the next.
Sure.
No,
Not-
so this one, I had already given you the feedback on this.
Yeah, I
So this
think,
is your second speech.
yeah, this is the second speech.
So it's level 4 second speech. Got it.
Okay.
Toastmaster Shonak, the audio behind, I think that's TLI is quite audible. Do you want to mute that
Mm,
or?
Oh, it's still running. No, actually, I dropped out from
Yeah,
that one.
okay,
It's not my window.
That was me. Sorry, I just muted that.
Toastmaster Bob. Okay, sorry. I thought it's TLI running behind. All right, let's move forward. We have the next stellar speaker in Toastmaster Shonak. Before I invite Toastmaster Shonak, I'd like to invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Bob, to share the speech objectives for Toastmaster Shonak. Over to you, Toastmaster Bob.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. So today my speaker is going to be Toastmaster Shaunak, who is attempting his level 1 project for second speech, which is to implement the feedback given by his evaluator of the last speech and deliver a speech on any topic. So what I'm looking forward to in this speech, Toastmaster Shaunak, is that you've taken the notes from the last speech and incorporated those feedbacks to make your speech better. The time for the speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes, and the title for the speech is Impact of Social Media on People. Toastmaster Shaunak, Impact of Social Media on People. Impact of Social Media on People, Toastmaster Shaunak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bob. I was going through some of the stats where I was surprised to see that 62.6% of the world population is today on social media. Having said and done, this 62.7% makes 5.07 billion people globally. That's a huge number. When we talk about social media today, we all are on social media today using a lot of apps for our day-to-day communication. The one of the good aspect of it that has made the communication really very fast. I remember the back of the time during 1990s when the landline was the only source of a medium. Hardly a 1% of the people were using emails for the communication purposes. Even the internet was not that great. The speed was very limited and the infrastructure was not available. If I had to make a call to US, the call rate was 1 rupee per second that time. And there were a lot of challenges in even if you have to make a local call, the call rates were very high. I think many of you might be remembering that. And I see the evolution in last 20 years, where now the infrastructure have grown so much, where the 5.07 billion are making use of that. Even the per capita income has also increased, where most of us are using the advanced mobile phones and the technologies. At one side, the communication has become really very fast. Everyone is on social media. You can get any information in almost real-time basis. You can connect with anybody in the world without any problem. Moreover, the sustainability cost is also very low compared to what we had in the past. The other aspect of it, there is a lot of access to the information. You can see what are the job options available, career prospects, even marriages are happening online these days. People are making a lot of money using social platforms. They are promoting their work. Whereas previously they were dependent on some PR agencies or for the advertisements. Even a lady, if she has a unique skill, she can promote it well on the social media. And taking a reference from Aryan, where he has promoted his passion on social media, he got a lot of appreciation where that has prompted him to take a next step in the career. But talking about the flip side of it, there are a lot of people on the social media because of the access of the information. it is very important to understand whether the level of information is right or not. Today, on an average, a person is spending 2.5 hours of his precious time on social media. And I can bet majority of the people are spending time just scrolling down their mobile phones. And we are spending a lot of important time on things which are of no use for us eventually. We are endlessly and mindlessly scrolling things and spending our time, which is very valuable. Though the communication access is very easy, the other aspect of it, we are losing the human touch. There was a time when if it's my birthday, people used to give me a call. They used to come to my house to wish me. Now leave about, visiting anyone. People are just sending messages. And that too, they only remember because they see the notification coming or a reminder coming, okay, that today it's his, but then that is even applicable on me. So we are losing that human touch where, if we say, okay, when we see, okay, on this particular group, people are messaging, okay, this is a birthday or an anniversary. So let's just wish from our side and the job is over. But that human touch has gone. So that is one of the negative part of it. People have become insensitive. I have seen a lot of time where a group of friends is sitting and majority of the people are on phone. They are not conversing with each other. They're just on phone. What is that important that you are on phone? A person is sitting in front of you. How humiliating he will be or she will be feeling that I'm sitting in front of a person and that person is on a phone. I've seen that situation myself. And probably probably even I might have done that thing, which is very wrong. But we don't realize that fact. Second, the another aspect of it, FOMO, fear of missing out. People get so inclined by seeing, you know, what others are doing. Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. What I'm doing here. So that they get influenced so fast the way others are projecting their life, irrespective, they don't know what is the background of it. So that is bringing a lot of insecurities among people, health issues, because people are on the phone all the time. That is creating a lot of pressure on their mental health. They are not taking a proper sleep, not taking proper diet, in even while eating, they are on the phones. They are scrolling things mindlessly. The time that is very essential that they can spend with their family and their loved ones, they are spending on the phone. That also brings the issue of the privacy, where everything is available online. People are putting anything and everything on the social media so that they can get the attention. They're getting attention seekers. They are more concerned about the likes and the comments from the people rather than spending time for with their families or building a capability within themselves that can help them elevate and that can help them grow. And I'm really thankful to all the people who are associated with this Toastmaster platform. They are doing something for themselves. They are taking out time, though although we are making use of this technology and the communication, but at least we are using this for a positive construct for our own development. The security is a bigger aspect of it, which has come up because you see a lot of cases where people are losing their hard-earned money because of this social media. Because with coming with a lot of awareness, there is a lot of threat as well, which is coming, and you don't know how to filter that. People who are not aware, a small mistake can cause you a lot of damage. I'm not saying that social media is bad, but it's up to us. Are we a responsible citizen? How are we making a use of it? Are we making the use of it in a positive construct to communicate with people, to educate ourselves? Or for our own promotions, where we can see a wider visibility, where we can promote ourselves in a positive way? Or are we finding a ways where, we learn from the things we should not be, or spending too much of time, or exposing ourselves both physically and mentally in a negative sense? So there are two worlds. It's up to us how we really wanted to proceed with that, how we wanted to grow. Having said and done, even children are so much exposed to the social media where they really don't want to play. I know the times when my parents used to tell me, come inside the house, eat something steady. Now the parents are saying to their kids, why don't you go outside or play something? Why are you on the phone or the tablets all the time? Why you really want to mess up with your health? It's impacting your eyes, it's impacting your brain, it's impacting your overall development, which is not a good sign. So we should be aware enough where we should know how much time we have to invest on these technologies and what is the essential part of it. I mean, there is a life beyond that as well, and we need to be focused around that. With that, I just summarize my statement. As a responsible citizen, we should know where we need to invest, what is important for us, how we can make use of this social environment in a responsible way as a responsible citizen. Even we have to make our kids aware about that so that they can understand things in a better way, where they should not invest a lot of time just on this social media platform or on the screens, and also spend time in a open environment that can help them grow both physically and mentally. With that, I end my speech. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Shaunak, for that inspiring message. And definitely, I think you landed the message well, that kind of almost addiction to social media or phone can be taking us away from important moments in life, which we can share, creating memories which can last forever. I request us to take a minute to share feedback with Toastmaster Shaunak in his private chat. All right, now moving to the theme itself, spirituality. I'm curious, does any one of us in the group have any strong spiritual beliefs or viewpoints about spirituality which you'd like to share with our group today? Any one of us who strongly believes that spirituality is essential to life, is core part of life, and that's something one should heavily invest in. Definitely, Toastmaster Shaunak, over to you.
Uh, as you rightly said, Toastmaster Anshuman, even I was not very much spiritual. However, when during the process of this growth, I realized that we have become so engrossed in our lives in a lot of ways that have start impacting our health now, especially during the COVID. The times that we have witnessed was horrible for everyone, and the amount of pressure that has created. I was so lost and so what depressed when everything was going around at that point in time, that I start meditating. And you won't believe, with that 15-20 minutes of meditation, the immense peace that it used to generate to me. Even today, if I have anxiety in me, or if I'm tensed because of something, I used to meditate, and that meditation gave me a lot of relief, immense sense of silence generates inside me. And I think that is now prompting me towards more into the spiritual part of it. where I wanted to understand the purpose of this birth, because essentially, if you see just earning and spending, and it's may not be the whole purpose of this birth, and there could be a bigger cause why we are here today. When we think it from a bigger perspective, we are not even a 0.001% of this entire universe or galaxy. Whereas when we look at just from ourselves, we see that this is the entire universe. There is nothing beyond it. Whereas that's the false statement in our heads. So we need to think beyond that, how we can contribute for a society, how we contribute for individuals, how we can bring the humanitarian aspect in our life, where we should acknowledge that yes, we are privileged, but also need to extend our hand for the people who are not that much privileged in any sense. Be if you see a animal on the road who is struggling for a food, at least we can get something for them if they are struggling in some way. I remember some time back when I was in my hometown, I saw a car hit a dog on the street, and that dog was lying at the corner of the road, and no one was there to take after him. Thank God there were few people who took the initiative to take him to a veterinary doctor, and then they sent me the pictures because I was in touch with them. He got the required attention. But yeah, that's I just wanted to say here.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Shaunak.
And to thank you, Toastmaster Ved, for reminding me, else that would have been another speech.
Yes. Toastmaster Harsh, what are your spiritual beliefs?
Um, so I identify myself as a very spiritual person. Spirituality for me is, in the literal sense, uh, separating body and s- body from the spirit. So, uh, as humans, we identify ourselves as this body, our bones, our muscles, but spirituality tells us to look beyond this, both internal and external, and try to uh, identify and find if there is something beyond this material body. So as you all have mentioned, meditation is one way where we try to go into our inner depths. Um, Interestingly, meditation can also help us to move out of this body as well. There's a kind of meditation where uh, where you can see yourself floating and being the third person watching yourself. Uh, so yeah, I it's more about, yeah, that's it. That's my take on spirituality.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Harsh, for sharing your beliefs and thoughts, which can inspire maybe some of us to pursue the topic on that path of differentiating body from soul, spirit, or whatever that entity is. Um and yeah, it can be difficult to put into words because if we knew it in words, then a lot of us would have already known about it. But I think that's the quest. On that note, since we are in the spirit of sharing our thoughts and beliefs, I'll hand over the stage to Toastmaster Ved to take forward a spontaneous public speaking section, which is a table topic section where all of us will get to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the topic of Ved's choice. Over to you, Toastmaster Ved, to share your favorite topics for all of us to speak on. Over to you, Toastmaster Ved.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And today I'm playing the role of table topic master. Earlier, I planned the topics for spirituality, and I think so. I will try the different topics now because I think most of the people have already gotten the chance to speak about them. So, timer, please note that the time will be allowed at least 1 minute, and On the maximum side, it's 2 minutes 30 seconds. And so I'm looking for the first volunteer. Anyone who wants to volunteer for the first table topic.
Toastmaster, except Toastmaster Shaunak, nobody else will volunteer. So you'll have
No,
to pick up
I
names.
would love to, but I suggest pick up a person who didn't got the chance to speak.
Okay. So let's try Toastmaster Vineet. Are you ready? Okay, Toastmaster Vineet. Your topic is that your random YouTube video just went viral. And what was it about? And how are you handling sudden stardom? The, Reciting it again. Your random YouTube video just went viral. And what was it about? And how are you handling the sudden stardom? Over to you.
This is very interesting, Toastmaster with random YouTube videos. And I believe whenever I open my YouTube channel, I always come across the kids' rhymes most of the time because I have a very small toddler at my place, and it is quite common now. Even if I go to the YouTube channel to actually search for something educational, they always bombard me with something rhymes called like "एक मोटा हाथी" and "चुन चुन करती आई चिड़िया" and so on in the Hindi version of it largely because I myself believe in starting in teaching my kid from Hindi language, then to jump to the different languages. But yes, it is quite interesting, right? I mean, now whenever I open that channel, whenever I open YouTube platform, I always come across a different rhyme, and that rhyme becomes uh, on my mouth through the day. Whenever I'm sitting in office, I kind of reciting it myself. Chun chun karti aayi chidiya. I mean, like enjoying myself, right? Instead of singing any other song and any other form of engagement with myself. And my colleagues are sitting beside me watching. What is he doing here? Okay, do you have a son? No, you don't get it. So that is something how things are happening with me nowadays, and it's very interesting. And I'm kind of reliving that zone. I think I haven't lived for a long. Being with a child and your own child, it tells you something differently, that you need to live your life more happily. You have a lot to learn, but you have a lot to have fun with also, right? So at times we forget about our life, and we kind of engrossed in our responsibilities, accountabilities, and a lot of other things. But we should not forget that there is a child inside us, every one of us, and we need to make most of our life apart from working. So that's what I would like to talk about it for today. Thank you, Toastmaster Ved.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Vineet, for sharing your views. Now, who is up for the second table topic? Uh, Toastmaster Harshit, do you want to take up the table topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so Toastmaster Harshit, the table topic for you is the imagine you are an alien observing Earth. What
Of
uh, observing Earth? What is the strangest human custom you have witnessed and why? Imagine you are alien observing Earth. What is the strangest human custom that you have witnessed and why? Over to you.
okay. So being an alien, say so if I am observing Earth, what is the strangest thing which I will be observing? The strangest custom. So yeah. So yeah. So basically, if I am being an alien and I'm seeing the Earth from as a whole, then the strangest thing which I think I will be observing is, if we look at Earth, so we see that, uh, like, people are always in a hurry, right? So we see that people are always in a hurry to go from here to there, there to here, everywhere. So we are in a cat race world, right? So that is one thing which I think, like, everyone is in such a hurry, but still they are not accomplishing anything. Like, everyone is in a hurry and they feel like they are not accomplishing anything, right? So for me, what if being an alien, what I will, if I see the people of the Earth, I will be like, what are these guys doing? Like, why are they in such a hurry? And even if they still do accomplish so many things, they're always like they're not doing anything. So what's the whole purpose of it? Like, you should rest and enjoy at least. So at least you are getting a way of the life, right? So that is one thing I will definitely look up to. Like, and if I am an alien, then I will see and I will surely comment on that. Yeah.
Thank you, Harshit, for sharing your views. Now, for another table topic, Toastmaster Shonak. Yeah, okay. Toastmaster Shonak, the table topic for you is, imagine that you are in a world where everybody is wearing, there has been just invention there. Now you don't need to put headphone or earphones in your ears. They are invisible, and you landed in a world and where everybody seems talking to on the phone, or like you don't know beforehand. How would you feel about it? Share your views.
Okay. Well, it depends. Let's see if I am going from an era which was post-evolution and I land into a planet where everything is so advanced. I will be mesmerized to see, because for me, everything will be totally new. Even as smallest of the innovation would be a new thing for me. So I will be mesmerized to see, and even more confused, because that will be not a regular thing I will be practicing or witnessing in my planet. So I will be surprised to see what these people are doing, whom they are talking to. I don't see anyone moving around with them, but whom they are conversing with, what they are talking to. I will be surprised. Are they are they talking to me or talking to someone else? Because I don't see any person around them. And to me, the phones or headphones will be a thing which I might have not even seen. So that will make me more curious as well as puzzled. And I might need to check with those people, are you talking to me or are you talking to someone else? And probably if get a person who will be able to explain me. First of all, I think when that person will see me, even he will be surprised to see me. How do I know about all these things? Whereas this is a common phenomenon for all those people. So he or she might be surprised to see me and ask me the same question. How do you know that what we are doing? Or there could be a possibility, if I would have landed from an era where technology wise, I would be at a higher level. I could be able to understand. I'll say, oh, you guys are still into that backward era of these technology, whereas we are more advanced than you. And our technology has reached to that level, and you're still at that level. I can educate you what will be the next version of it coming. So that will be my uh, ex- I mean the outcome, or that's how I will behave or react. So over to you, Toastmaster Ved.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shonak. Now I have two more table topic. Okay, Toastmaster Bob is there. Toastmaster Bob, let's imagine you are on the worst vacation ever and everything went wrong. Share the hilarious highlights or the lowlights from that trip. Imagine you are on the worst vacation ever. Everything went wrong. Share the hilarious highlights or lowlights from that trip. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Wade. So it's not a vacation as such, but this was after my wedding, and I was going. Shikha had gone back to her parents' house, and there's a custom like the groom goes down to pick her up and bring her back. So I was supposed to take a flight from Kathmandu to and go to Siliguri. So she's from Siliguri, I'm from Kathmandu. And I was supposed to take a flight from Kathmandu to Bhadrapur, where I was to be met. I was to take a cab and go to the border, Pani Tanki, which is the border between India and Nepal. And somebody from my in-laws family would come and pick me up, and I would reach Siliguri. So I'd call up my agent. I asked him to, make the ticket for me. Simple enough. I made a slight error. Instead of saying Bhadrapur, I said Bharatpur. Or maybe they misheard Bhadrapur as Bharatpur. I'm not sure, but some miscommunication happened there. I received the ticket. I did not pay attention. I just got the ticket, and I looked at the price there. It was like 2,500 something, and I was like, wow, this time the tickets are very, very cheap. It used to be around 6,000. So I got a good deal on this. I was very, very happy with me, and I didn't check anything else. So I go to the airport, go to the right counter, and still this Bharatpur written there, and I'm still like, you know what? These guys are always screwing up. This is like a horse stable rather than an airport. So whatever. I hand in my ticket. I get my boarding pass. I reach the tarmac. I board the plane, and I'm like, plane is small. Bhadrapur normally has a bigger flight. So this is just a 17 or 18 seater. Bhadrapur is a bigger, is a longer distance. So it takes about 45 minutes to get there, and these small aircraft don't go there. But I was again, never mind, you never know. So let's just go back. I go in, I sit, open my my tablet or something, and put on my headphones and start watching some movies. The flight takes off, and after 20 minutes, it lands. I was like, this does not seem right. But then it's a different aircraft. Maybe they're flying faster, whatever it is. So I come out of the airport, and I come out of the plane. The airport did not seem right. That's when it hit me. So after so many red flags, by the time it hit me that I was at the wrong airport, was hilarious. So now what to do? So I tried getting a flight back to Kathmandu, but unfortunately that flight is completely booked, and it was the last flight of the day. So I bite the bullet. I call up my wife and explain to her that I've ended up at the wrong airport, and I'm about 300 kilometers from where I'm supposed to be. So I take the bus, a night bus, reach Pani Tanki the next day. And since it was West Bengal, and they had a West Bengal Bandh on that particular day, so my father-in-law had to arrange a motorcycle to pick me up. So here am I with two big suitcases on the motorcycle, going to my in-laws' house for the very first time after marrying their daughter. And that's the hiccup. So yeah, that's an interesting story for me. Back to you, Toastmaster Wade. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. This might be the sequel for the Laptop Ladies. Okay, so jokes aside, now I have one more table topic. Who is going to volunteer? Anyone? Okay. Toastmaster Aaron?
Why don't you give a topic to Toastmaster Anshuman?
Okay, Toastmaster.
I'll be more than glad to give you that platform, Aaron, because you're leading our club to international speech
Okay.
contest.
Okay, Toastmaster Aaron. Let's take it.
Sure.
Okay, the table topic for you is you just pitched a bizarre invention on a TV show like Shark Tank, and it actually got funded. Describe your invention and how it solves a big problem.
I just pitched a great invention on Shark Tank and it got invested into. If there was such an invention, I would want to do something crazy. If I am going to Shark Tank, I should use it to the absolute ability that it is possible to, right? So I will probably spend 10 years inventing something great and only then go to Shark. So think about the absolute craziest invention you can imagine. A real life Iron Man suit. That would be great. Doctor Strange's time stone. That would also be, you do that and you just go back in time and you keep inventing the stone again and again. That would be very interesting. But jokes apart, I would want to invent something that makes lives better. Speaking about spirituality, actually, I would want to have something that, even though it might be incredibly inconsequential, it could change lives. I remember a story of a ring that a king was given back thousands of years ago. He had the wisest of advisors, and he went to his advisors and said, even after I have achieved all these things, I have conquered all these great lands, I still feel that I'm not content. I still find that I'm sad at times. How do I conquer this? And his advisors brought to him a great ring, a sacred ring, and they said, there is an inscription inside of this ring, my king. Whenever you feel that you are not content, look inside of this inscription and read what it says. And the ring said, this too shall pass. And about coming back to spirituality, that just means no matter what is happening, no matter how disappointed you are, incontent you are, no matter how much you are waiting for that next thing, I just can't wait for school to begin or school to end or for new job to begin or for the weekend to come. Just remember that that might never happen. And the only moment you have is right now. And so what I want you to remember is that this is the only moment you have. And you should be thankful for it. That is my invention. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aaron, for this take. Now, that's it for my side for the table topic session. Now I hand over this stage.
Would you like to have a table topic, Toastmaster
I will
Ved?
take the table topic. I have an idea for you.
I do have it, if you allow me.
I will give
Sure.
Toastmaster beneath the
Okay. So, Toastmaster Ved, what is the negative side of spirituality? What is the negative side of spirituality, Toastmaster Ved?
The negative side of spirituality. So whenever we think about spirituality, we always talk about the nice thing and the positive sides of it. And it's a fact that it's not, you can't verify it. Somebody says that he has this awakening, and maybe what if like he's just misleading the people. So in my opinion, that it might give or it might spread the wrong notions about the spirituality, even though the spirituality have this power, have the is anything, but just because it's you can't prove it that you have someone has a awakening, that people take disadvantage of that. You could run your shop for the spirituality and still you would get a good market and good people for it. So I think that those are the negative aspects of spirituality. And second thing is, when you think you want to change for the spirituality, you might end up on the spectrum where you take this really far. Maybe you think that I will just meditate and will not have anything, and you just avoid food or everything else, and you think that you have has this awakening and somebody like you will get this spiritual power or something. So in extremes it might be really bad for people, maybe it's good for some people, but for most of the folks it can be really bad. So before jumping into the spirituality, we need to think about what is in it for me and how can I take the positive aspects from it. How can it benefit my life? Don't jumping this by the forever. So that is my take. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Ved, for those intriguing topics. And thanks a lot, everyone, for participating. For me, this Toastmaster Day topic itself is a huge table topic. So, definitely, I am pretty inspired and challenged by what you all bring to table. All right. Last but not the least, now we head towards the evaluation section, where we'll get feedback on how we performed in our respective roles today. For that, I'd like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Vineet to conclude the meeting with feedback for the speakers and all the role players. Over to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. I think this is the section we all wait in our entire life in different scenarios, right? Report card. So I think we should start with our speech evaluation first. Can we have our first evaluator, Toastmaster Anshuman, for helping us, giving the feedback to our first speaker of the day, Toastmaster Aryan?
Toastmaster Ved.
Okay.
Wait.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineet. What a speech, Toastmaster Aryan. Kudos for that speech. I really enjoyed your speech and it was engaging and hooked me to the story from the beginning. Toastmaster Aryan, you delivered a level 1 project for speech. You met the speech objectives and delivered a great story. One of the best things from this speech for me is that your surprise act gestures that you have shown. Kudos, you really nailed that. Now, talking about uh, the positive aspects from your speech is that you have used gesture throughout the speech. You were directly looking at the camera, your vocal variety and facial expression were spot on. A great job on that. Now, talking about recommendations, the only recommendations I have is that you could try to change your pace. Many times your pace of speech was a bit higher, and maybe you can try changing that so that the audience will have a better absorption for your speech. Take pauses to let the audience absorb the information. So, and if you want to challenge yourself, I would suggest to use more vocal variety and pitch. You can use different tones to express different emotions. For example, you can imitate your friend's character in this story. Uh, Now, talking about the content aspect of your speech, your content was very well structured and very well written. And one particular aspect of the content that I liked about it was the way your conclusion was structured. The transition in the speech were very smooth and it was throughout engaging. It did not feel like that you were jumping here and there. So very well job on that. To summarize, my evaluation is that you really nailed some of the aspect of your delivery. You throughout use the expression and gesture throughout the speech. The recommendations for you is to try to reduce or like change the pace a little bit so that it doesn't sound monotonous, and content was very well written for your speech. I'm looking forward to hearing more speeches from you. Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ved, for your comprehensive feedback on our speaker Aryan. I'm sure your feedbacks will be incorporated by Toastmaster Aryan next time during his speech. Time for our next speech evaluation. Speech which was delivered by Toastmaster Shonak, and we have our evaluator Toastmaster Bob with us, who will help us with the feedback of Toastmaster Shonak. Toastmaster Bob, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineet. The Toastmaster Shaunak, you did an amazing job today. Loved your speech, loved the delivery, and as mentioned before as well, just love the way your camera is positioned and eye contact and the engaging manner in which you engage with the audience is amazing. Some of the things that I'd love to see further now improve on is the content that you had today, the effects of social media on people. And you had a lot of different opinions and a lot of different content that you went through. And if I'm not mistaken, you should be over time as well. The speech should have gone over 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Timer, can you help me there?
Yes, confirming.
So what I'd what would have made the speech better is if you had taken only one or two aspects of social media, because I mean we all know about, and there's a lot to talk about it, about social media, and with the AI coming in and all of this, the things is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So just have taken one or two different issues with social media, or positive things about social media, negative thing about social media, or anything which is both positive and negative about one or two issues, maybe about children being on social media all the time. So that in itself could be a 7 minute speech. Then you can cover both the positive and negative aspects of it. Not everything has a negative aspect, so there's some positives to it as well. Having access to all this information for kids also means that they're becoming more smarter and brighter at a very early age. So they've been able to navigate the social aspects of life because they're looking at all these videos. If in moderation, if it is provided to them, it can become a positive aspect for them. So taking both of those aspects and kind of focusing your speech. So the speech was too broad. There were too many things that you wanted to talk about. You could have engaged with the audience a lot more. Again, this is something that we are all passionate about. We all want to talk about. So a couple of seconds of audience engagement could have been brought in. You had only one set of statistics at the beginning of the speech. Again, this is a statistics-rich content that you could have created. So in terms of, I'm focusing a lot on the content because I think the other parts you have nailed down, like your delivery, your body language, vocal variety. Yes, I mean, there's something we can work upon that. But before that, let's work on the content. If the content is absolutely spot on, then we can work on the vocal variety. So on the content part, focus your content. You only have 7 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes to speak. So what you want to do is really kind of like, give as much information on a particular topic rather than having a lot of information on a lot of different topics. So within social media, also like this, again, as I mentioned, a lot to be talked about. That would just make it more effective for the audience because they'll be learning. So from the speech, it was a very generic speech that we have all heard about, that we all know about. So there's no passion from the audience also. Oh, this is something we all know. Yes, it is bad for kids. Yes, kids should be playing. And you did bring in a couple of examples, but very few examples. I think include yourself more into that speech. Again, this is a topic that lets you kind of invest more, your personal anecdotes more into it. For example, again, going back to my getting married. So before, when my parents were looking for girls, they would they'd send me like a girl's name, and I'd just go over on social media and find about her, and then look up her profile, and know about like who her friends are, find common friends. So there's so much that you could do with this content. So an amazing topic that you had. I think it was led down by very generic content, specific pointed content, a few personal anecdotes, a lot more statistics, and a little bit of vocal variety, and you'd have nailed it. So that's my suggestion. I'd love to hear it again as your second speech for the same project with this as my feedback. So I would love to again evaluate the speech. If you can, invite me the next time you want to deliver. This is your level 1, project 4, part 2. If you could improve on these suggestions and redeliver the speech, it would be amazing. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster Shaunak. Or Toastmaster Vineet, sorry.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bob. I believe that was a very well feedback on the structure of that content. And I believe Toastmaster Shaunak was looking forward to it only, this type of feedback. Yeah. So
Certainly.
now time to call our next evaluation on that report section on that timer. Toastmaster Anshuman, can we have a timer report with us?
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Vineet. So mostly all of us were within the requisite time limit that is specified, starting with Toastmaster Aryan for the speech. You were at 6 minutes 50 seconds. Toastmaster Shaunak, you were at 7 minutes 21 seconds. Uh, Coming to the table topic speakers, all the table topic speakers were within the 1 minute 30 second limit, except Toastmaster Shaunak, who went up to 2 minutes 10 seconds. So definitely quite a timely meeting. Coming to the evaluators, Toastmaster Ved, you were at 2 minutes 51 seconds, and Toastmaster Bob, you were also at 2 minutes 56 seconds. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Now, time for our next evaluation. Our counter and grammarian, Toastmaster Hirsch. Can we have your report, please?
Thank you, Toastmaster Vineet. I believe I am uh, in a group of grammar wizards. I tried very hard to find grammatical errors, but could not find many of them. However, there were some. Uh, I'll go according to the structure. During the speeches, both Aryan and Shaunak, there were hardly any grammatical errors or filler words that I could notice. Coming to the table topics, uh, Toastmaster Vineet, you said small toddler. You could have just used the word toddler. Uh, to be Toastmaster Harshit, given that this was your first speech, you started with the phrase soya 3 times. You said ah twice and the word so thrice, which is way better than my first speech. I probably used it 15 or 20 times. Um, Apart from that, I might have said 5 or 6 times. Uh, So yeah, that's my report. Back to you, Toastmaster Vineet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hirsch. I think we are done with the all the technical evaluations of the speakers and the table topic as well. And now I would like to call upon our Toastmaster of the day to help us with the closing segment of the call for today. Any closing notes on that? Your theme of the day, spirituality.
Toastmaster Vineet, I just wanted
Yeah.
to take
Yes.
just a recommendation from next meeting onwards to the timer. Whenever the red card has been shown, the screen should be continue to be shared so the speaker knows before they run out of time, before they go over time. Just a recommendation from my side.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan, for your recommendation. Toastmaster Anshman, would you like to give your closing notes on the theme of the day?
So I think Toastmaster Anshuman
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah, of course, of course.
I was just about to snatch your stage.
Please go ahead. But
No, you can have
I
your
was
stage.
also about to
I'll be
say one
demoted
or
next time.
I was also about to say one or two sentence on that spirituality because this is
yeah,
topic
please
I
go ahead.
kind of
Please go ahead. So,
relate to it.
so it'll be
So,
Toastmaster Vineet concluding the proceedings. Then it'll be
yeah,
Toastmaster
thank
Shaunak
you.
concluding the PU address for the.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman, for giving me this opportunity. So, I believe everyone has their own definition of spirituality. For me, spirituality is not like sitting hours and I'm doing in meditation. There are three pillars to spirituality, as per me. One is living your life with full honesty. Second is sharing. And third is remembering your God. So if you are living your life with full honesty, that is one of the key principle of spirituality. That's what our God has always taught us during, all the, if I talk about all the mythological movies and the series, wherever, and the books, whichever I have read, the one thing which I could notice across is the living your life with full honesty. That's the message our God wanted to give us. God never wanted us to sit for an hour and connect our soul with Him. He wanted us to love Him, not be afraid of it. And if we are living our life with full honesty, there is no chance that we have any sort of fear of our God. So that's what are my takeaway from spirituality, and that's what I try to live my life with a way. Live your life with honesty and try to share what you have extra. It's not just on the human side of it, but any other living creature. You can take your chance and give away what you have extra. That's the my take on spirituality. Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. And over to our presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Shaunak.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vineet. Before I end this call, may I want to know the feedback from our guest today, Toastmaster Harshit.
Yeah. So actually, it was a very good learning session for me. So I have joined this for the first time. Like I am being a part of the Toastmasters Club for the first time, attending a session. So even though it was my first time, I did get a lot of learning opportunities here. So seeing the people, how like even on the impromptu speech, the table topics, like how the people spoken just when they were given the topics and they started speaking, it was like a mind blowing thing for me to see. I did get to learn a lot over there as well. So yeah, looking forward to have another sessions with you guys and learn a lot. That's all my what I have to say.
Thank you so much to be Toastmaster Harshit. And we are really looking forward to be a part of this club and part of this community so that, we all can develop and grow together with each other learnings.
Yeah,
Before
sure.
I end this call, may I have any feedback from any other member?